Yeah, I was thinking the other day, right, about this show, this 3D matrix is so real that people, the average person, most people, like when I say most, say there's 8 billion people in the planet, by far most. I don't know the percent. Can I say like easily over 95%? They don't even think hardly that this body's going to die. They are so caught up in this life that they're living that they think that's all there is. Focus on their girlfriend and the boyfriend and their family and kids and mom and that's their tight. That's their main focus. Actually, for most people, many people, that's their only focus. It's a very tribal level of consciousness. They don't have any. There's no unity consciousness with other beings. It's like, no, my family, that's it. And dogs, please. Well, it's a little better in America, but in South America and Asia, the way they treat these dogs, it's like they're like, it's almost like the way Hitler was viewing the Jews, like they weren't even, they're just subhuman. They're not worth anything. This is how a lot of people, they treat the animals too, like they're nothing. I have fun. I do, you know what I do for fun at night? Well, some people go to clubs and get drunk or get laid or whatever they do. I walk at night with well, I do it. I always keep dog food all the time anyway. But at night I go around and I feed all the dogs. But I have fun with it. I throw it under the person's gate. Sometimes the dogs are up on the roof, the second story of the balcony, and I throw food up there. Get in trouble sometimes, but universe protects me. Karma yoga. So, but these dogs are starving. That's my point. They're like starving, you know. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is the average person, man, they don't even think about death. They don't even think of this body. They are so caught up in this 3D virtual show. This is all that they focus on. Understood, because the software is super deep. It's super real. This is why some of the shastras and the sutras and these texts say it can take millions of lifetimes to wake up. Yeah. If you're listening to videos like this already and reading books, it doesn't take millions of lifetimes. Okay, I just want to say that. And it depends who they're talking to and the context that they're saying these things. We got to decode a lot of this stuff that we read in these scriptures, because you can't encapsulate the absolute truth. The mind will take something and think it means something, but it literally, the mind's very literal minded, see? So, yeah, that's why, like, I don't, don't worry about it. You're not, if you're already resonating with this level of pointing, yeah, you're good. But that's why they say that. This is how deep the delusion in Maya is. It's just so, it's like, they don't even imagine that. And to make it more, to drive the point home even more, people they know start to die, their family starts to die, and etc. And they still don't really contemplate or sit with them and be like, wait a minute, I'm gonna die too. Like all these people are dying. I used to know them. I hanged out with them for decades, and now they're like gone. It's gonna happen to me too. And if you ask them, you're like, do you know that you're gonna die? Yeah, I know I'm gonna die. Do you think about it? What's the point? Why am I thinking about it? Yeah. So something won't go there. It can't go there. I had a girlfriend once, and this is one of the few things that I like this, what she said, because we were talking about this subject, and she was honest with herself. She's like, yeah, something just won't go there. I can't go there. Because we were talking about contemplation of the body leaving. At some point, though, this is what happened to Buddha, see? And he was in the palace. His parents were trying to, like, They knew. Like Buddha was like, they're like, damn, he's high level. He's questioning everything, checking everything. Why is this? Why is that? I was like that. People used to call me Why. That was my nickname. So I just want to know, like, but why? Well, because you just is like that. Yeah, but why is it like that though? Okay, go. You make me crazy. Leave me alone. Why? Just tell me why I make you crazy. So, but then universe ordained a situation, like it does all the time, and the I don't know, maintenance person at the palace, he ended up taking Buddha outside, and Buddha was riding in the car with this guy. He never was outside the palace before. And he saw a dead body on the side of the road, and Buddha's like, what's that? Like, why is he just laying there? Like, is he tired? Like, what's he doing? Like, you should go lay somewhere else, you know? And then the maintenance person said, he said, no, he's dead, man. Like, that's why he's laying there. He can't get up. He's dead. So what do you mean dead? He didn't even know what do you mean? The maintenance person explained to him. So, well, that's what happens. We're all going to die. So I'm going to die too? Well, yeah, I mean, what do you mean? Like, of course. Boom. Buddha couldn't, like, stop thinking about that. He's like, well, then what's the point? What am I doing here? What are we doing? Why accumulate all this wealth and the money and trying to do this and, you know, build, expand, etc.? Like, what's the point? Married, have kids, like, what do you mean? Like, they're gonna die though, and I'm gonna die. It's like, no, there's gotta be, can't be like that. I need to find out. I gotta find out. That's what I gotta do. And so then he was, his inner passion activated to find truth. So then at night, he's like, damn, I don't think I should tell my wife. I don't think she's gonna understand. I don't think I can say, like, you know, look, I really need to, like, find stuff out. I'll be back, but is that cool? Can you let me do that? Because I have some heavy questions I need to get answered. See, she wouldn't. She'd be like, what do you mean? So he just left. He didn't tell them because this burning, he couldn't turn it off. He couldn't be there for his family if he would have stayed. There's no way. There's no way. He was just taken over by this passion to, like, find truth. So he left, and then spent years doing sadhana and, you know, hurting his body to try to get to the self. I used to do that with dry fasting. I was like killing myself in the name of finding myself. I mean, it was, yeah, but we got to do that. And then he got tired. He's like, man, I'm done. This is too much work. Like, I don't know, God. I tried. I mean, at least I tried. And then he laid up against a tree. And then something stopped. Osho talked about that too. I paraphrase. I put it in my own words. He says, the real purpose of a spiritual practice and trying is to extinguish all this energy to try, make effort and seek. That gets burnt up at some point because it's the mind and self-will that's trying to get the awakening. But that has to go on. That has to cooperate with that. That's why I said it in another video. If that seeking energy is still there, just let it play. Let it do. You got no choice anyway, but I'm just saying, don't make a fight about it. And then it will burn up in its own time. Darn, I don't know if I talked enough about the death meditation. It's not really a meditation. I don't know. You can either do it or you can't. Like if you sit here and you just somehow you're willing to go there. Remember the girl? She said, I'm not willing to go there. Okay, well, let's see if you're willing to go there. You can feel the presence. Most of you know that state of presence. And then you can feel how the body, especially if you had any close calls in your life, like almost died. If you had any close calls, you might sense there were some moments where something was going to surrender. You were going to surrender, like I was in the ocean before some years ago. I was stupid, and the waves are super strong. I couldn't get back in. I was trying to ride the wave to push me back, push me back to shore. The undercurrent was so strong, I just stayed there. Like the waves washing over me, but I'm not moving. I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't good. And I was like, I didn't know, I was getting tired, and I would lay on my back to try to rest, and then the wave would hit again, and then the water would get in my mouth, and I'm like, uh-oh. So then something surrendered, man. I could feel like something, it wasn't my doing, just something almost was getting ready to just transition, to leave this body. So if you have some experience like that, or if you can just go there in your mind, or not in your mind, but intuitively, you can feel what happens. It's like, you can feel how the consciousness, it's still, it can't die. It's just the human body gets dropped off. There was a guy that was channeling another dog's coming. He knows better. He's not coming. So, hold on, there's people, intruders, remember? That's my word. That's my word when people disrupt my video. I call them intruders. You can feel it, maybe you can feel that there's the consciousness. Oh, yeah, it's wearing this body, but when the body goes, it's still here. It's like you're driving your car. You can get out of the car, but you still exist. I had a dream, though. I mentioned in one of my videos, big bomb was coming. I'm like, damn, I'm done. And that I had that same surrender feeling in the dream that I had when I was in the ocean. This is, okay. Blew up. My astral form wasn't there anymore. But yet, I remember this intuitive feeling. It was like, but I'm still here. I'm like, and I woke up, I'm like, cool, you can't die. So, but there's, man, I contemplate this a lot, actually. Something just, it makes realization of your true self more deep. That's why I like the death contemplation meditation. It's like something just, it breaks the hex on all these people that I was saying that like don't know, they don't contemplate that they're gonna die. Like they just can't go there, because they're deeply identified with this form. So then when they do leave the body, they're gonna be confused because they've had no subtle perception of who they are beyond the body. I mean, they're going to be okay. There's going to be other beings trying to help them, like, okay, like, let go. You're still you're still here. You're just not in the body anymore. They're not going to understand it. They're super attached and identified with this level of creation. That's the evolutionary process, though. So that's the benefit, I'd have to say, of this of contemplating that this body is going to be gone at some point. Is it drives home the realization that we're consciousness more deeply. And then that, you can say in another way, that helps accelerate this awakening process, this fusion. What's awakening? Human self being fused with our pure self, pure consciousness. So I hope I did justice. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about it, but let me know if you have any questions about that, and if you do that, do you do this level of contemplation, meditation? Does it work for you? I like it. I just like it. I've always been fascinated with death, and some of you are too, because you asked me about stuff like that, All right, have a good day.